So, hi everyone! Welcome to my vlog. Vlog talaga. Sure. Oh, don't skip ha. Ayan. Educational lang vlog na ito. Because it's your girl, Mimi. Yeah. Magaling na. Kasi nga wala kang klase because of the COVID-19. At ayokong mamiss mo ako. Andito ako to still give some information or knowledge. Knowledge talaga. Ayun. Um, ang ituturo ko sa inyo ngayon ay tungkol sa derivative ng trigonometric function. Okay. Um, Basic lang ito. Kumpara sa iba. Sa iba. Sige. What I mean basic is, parang hindi naman siya ganun kahirap. As long as you know the rule for getting the derivative. Meron lang mga rules ang derivative sa trigonometric function. At yun yung unang dapat natin malaman. Ma-familiarize tayo dun sa basic rules na yun. I list down these 6 basic rules para makita nyo kung ano yun. Ayan. So, number 1, that is the derivative of sine x is equal to cosine x. Derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. The derivative of tangent x is secant squared x. The derivative of the cotangent is negative cosecant squared x. The derivative of the secant x is secant x multiplied to tangent x. And lastly, the derivative of the cosecant x is equal to negative cosecant x cotangent x. Hindi naman ito yung lahat, pero meron pang iba for trigonometric functions. Pero yun muna yung basic na at least dapat alam natin to solve. Marami na tayong masasolve dyan na problems sa trigonometric functions. Okay. So, I have some example here na sasagutan natin. Okay. So, sulat ko muna. Number 1 is this. The derivative of 3 sine x minus 7 cosine x. Itong problem na ito ay hindi naman ganun kahirap. Madali lang ito. Kasi obvious. Dahil meron tayong derivative for sine x, may derivative tayo sa cosine x. And meron tayong rule, if you remember sa nung inaral natin yung derivative. Meron tayong tinatawag na sum rule. Gamit yun, pwede kong paghiwalayin ito. Wait lang ha. Pwede ko siyang paghiwalayin as this. So, I have derivative of 3 sine x minus derivative of 7 cosine x. Like what I say, pwede kong gawin yan because of sum rule. Ngayon, sunod na gagawin dahil nga may constant ako dito, 3. Tapos may constant din ako dito, 7. Meron din tayong rule na pwede nating ilabas or factor out yung constant. Kaya, yung original function, pwede na natin gawin ganito. Derivative of sine x minus 7 derivative of cosine x. And, ayun na, madali na lang ito dahil meron tayong derivative for sine, may derivative tayo for cosine. Apply natin yung rule kanina. So, 3 derivative ng sine x ay equal sa cosine x minus derivative ng cosine ay negative sine x. Ulit. So, ang derivative ng sine x ay cosine x, as ang derivative ng cosine x ay negative sine x. Factor out mo yung negative and you can come up na to the final answer, which is 3 cosine x plus 7 sine x. Okay? So, sabi ko nga, madali lang siya kasi may sum rule tayo. Pwede nating paghiwalayin and obvious na nakita mo agad na merong rule na pwedeng i-apply dun sa trigonometric function. Okay? So, let's try another example. Okay. So, derivative of secant x, cosecant x. Meron tayong derivative for secant x, meron tayong derivative for cosecant x. Pero wala tayong derivative para sa product ng dalawa. So, ang pwede natin gawin dito is first i-recall na meron tayo product rule. Okay. Ano ba yung product rule? Okay. Let me recall it first kung nakalimutan nyo. So, ang product rule ay ginagamit if you have to ask or you are asked to get the derivative of the product of two function. Let me say, meron kang ganito, derivative ng f of x times g of x. You can solve it using this, or that is equal to the derivative of x multiplied to g of x plus derivative of g times f of x. Okay? Ulit. So, the formula sa product rule ay derivative ng first function mo, yung f of x, multiply mo din sa second function, g of x, plus derivative ng g times f of x. Okay? Sa mga hindi pa sanay doon sa product rule, pwede nyo namang i-assign to para mas madali. So, let me assign second x to be f of x. Tapos, yung g of x ko naman sa cosecant x. Okay? Then, kunin ko yung derivative ng f and g. Ang derivative ng second x ay second x tangent x. Then, ang derivative ng g ay negative cosecant x cotangent x. Ngayon, pag meron ka ng f of x, g of x, tsaka nakuha mo na yung derivative ng f and g, pwede mo nang i-apply yung product rule. Okay? So, using product rule, this is yung original function na kinukuha natin ng derivative ay magiging equal na sa, okay, so f prime is second x tangent x multiply to g of x, which is cosecant x, plus yung f of x ko, second x, multiply to the derivative of g, which is negative cosecant x cotangent x. Actually, that's the final answer na. I-factor out mo na lang yung negative doon. Kita nyo ba? Wait lang ha. Ayan. So, the final answer is second x tangent x multiply to cosecant x plus second x multiply to negative cosecant x cotangent x. Okay na sa akin na hindi mo na siya, wala naman na kasing pwedeng pagsamahin dahil sila magkakaiba naman. Wala namang makakancel din. So, okay na yon. That's the final answer. Okay? Next. Pulayin ko lang, ha? Okay. So, ang technique lang doon na ginamit natin is yung product rule. So, dapat at least remember mo yung rule for product. Again, hindi mo naman kailangang mag-assign ng f at g of x. Pero, if you feel na mas mapapadali yun, o mas mapapadali yung pagkuha mo ng product rule gamit yun, wala naman din masama. Okay? Sana yan lang din. Okay? So, let me write the third example. Okay. So, I have f of x equal to cotangent x minus x all over 1 plus tangent x. Kung kanina quotient, kung kanina product, this is a quotient naman. And we have a quotient rule din sa pagkuha ng derivative. And let me recall din yun kung hindi nyo na rin maalala. So, quotient rule ay if I have f of x equal to g over h of x, ayan. So, for example, you have that f of x na equal sa g of x over h of x. To get the derivative of x, you just need to follow this rule or formula, which is yung derivative ng g multiply ko sa h minus g then derivative of h all over squared ng h of x. Ulit. So, to get the derivative of f of x equals to g of x over h of x, you just need to get the derivative of g of x multiply to h of x minus g of x multiply to the derivative of h all over h of x squared. Okay? So, ano nang gagawin natin? So, ganun pa din. If you feel na mas comfortable sa inyo ang pag-assign, bigo. So, yung i-assign mo yung numerator cotangent x minus x to be g of x. And then, yung h of x naman natin would be yung 1 plus tangent x. Okay? Then, get the derivative of h. So, ang derivative ng g of x ay, anong derivative ng cotangent? Oh, that is negative cosecant squared x. Tapos, ang derivative ng x, power rule ng derivative, it will become negative 1. And then, sa h naman, ang derivative ng 1 or ng constant would be 0 plus derivative ng tangent, it will become secant squared x. Or simply just secant squared x. Hindi mo naman kailangan sulat yung 0. Okay. So, pag meron ka na nitong apat, pwede mo nang i-apply yung quotient rule natin. Ayan. So, yung f of x ko or ang derivative ng f of x ko ay equal na sa okay. So, una, yung derivative ng g. So, this is negative cosecant squared x minus 1 multiply to h, which is 1 plus tangent x. Okay. Then, minus sa g of x, which is cotangent x minus x, times yung derivative ng x, which is secant squared x. Then, divided by or all over to the squared of the h of x. Okay. You can evaluate, pero wala naman ang makakancel dyan. I think. And you can solve it if you want. Pero, same thing with the product rule. Kung as long as na-apply nyo naman ng tama yung formula sa product rule or sa quotient rule, okay na yun. Okay? Okay. So, starting with the second example, ang mahirap dito is to recall yung formula for the quotient rule. But I already discussed that last meeting or last lecture natin. So, sana na-recall. Okay? So, I will be writing my last example na. Okay. Dito, okay. I have derivative, or you ask to get the derivative of sine 2x. Yung theta sa ating trigonometric function na sine ay hindi lang x. It's 2x. So, hindi siya pwedeng gamitin agad yung rule natin sa derivative ng sin x. Ngayon, sa mga tinuro ko last time, wala ka namang magagamit dito na product rule or sum rule agad-agad. Hindi naman siya product ng dalawang function, hindi rin siya quotient ng dalawang function, hindi rin siya sum ng dalawang function, wala ring power. Hindi naman siya naka-powers para gamitin ko yung power rule. So, yung mga rules for getting the derivatives ay hindi mo magagamit agad-agad dito. Para magamit yun, kailangan familiar ka sa tinatawag na identities or trigonometric identities. Medyo madami-dami yun. And kung kailangan natin sa problem, I will recall that identities. So, ayun. If you wanna get the list of identities sa trigonometric functions, and if you want to be familiarized doon, you can search naman yun sa internet. Okay? Okay. So, this sine 2x, gamit ko sinasabi kong mga identities, this is equal to, sine 2x ay equal sa 2 sine x cosine x. Okay? Again, yung sine 2x ay equal sa 2 sine x multiply to cosine x. Ngayon, I have 2 which is constant. Pwede kong ilabas. So, this is equal now to the 2 times derivative of sine x cosine x. And etong problem na ito ay madali na. Kasi meron akong sine x, meron akong cosine x. This is the operation is product. So, I can use the product rule. Okay, so paano gagawin yun? Hindi mo naman kailangan gawin ulit yung f of x saka g of x or mag-assign ka ng ganun. Nasa sa'yo yun if you want. But for me, medyo sanay naman ako. Gagawin ko na siya ng direkta. Okay? So, first, isulat mo muna yung sin x. Then, kunin mo yung derivative ng second one, ng cosine x. Ang derivative ng cosine x ay negative sin x plus, kopyahin mo naman yung cosine x yung pangalawa, then multiply mo dun sa derivative ng una, which is sin x. Ang derivative ng sin x ay cosine x. Okay. Then, pagsamahin mo, sin x times negative sin x is negative sin squared x plus cosine x times cosine x is cosine squared x. Actually, tapos naman na siya. Ito na yung pinakasagot niya. Pero, using identities kasi, yung cosine squared x minus sine squared x ay equal sa cosine 2x. So, pwede mo pa siyang gawin ganon. So, instead of writing this, pwede ko siyang irusulat as 2 cosine 2x. Okay? Again, yung cosine squared x minus sine squared x is equal to cosine 2x. Another identity din. May identities. Okay. So, dun sa pangalawa, gumamit tayo ng product rule para makuha natin yung derivative. Pero, hindi agad-agad nagamit yung product rule or naisip na magagamit yung product rule kasi yung unang function natin ay hindi naman product ng dalawang trigonometric function. Ang ginawa ko is I use some trigonometric identities. Some trigonometric identities para ma-form ko siya on another way. And then, nung na-form ko siya in another way, doon ko ginamit yung product. Okay? Okay. Let's have a recap dun sa mga natutunan natin today. First, dapat familiar ka dun sa 6 trigonometric functions or derivative ng trigonometric functions. Pangalawa, dapat alam mo na kung kailan gagamitin yung paglalabas ng constant, yung sum rule, yung product rule, yung quotient rule. In case na may powers, in terms of powers, pwede mong gamitin yung power rule. Third, kailangan maging familiar ka sa mga trigonometric identities. Again, you can search it on Google or internet kung gusto mo makakuha ng listahan. Medyo madami kasi yung trigonometric identities na yun. And I hope na recall na lang siya kasi alam ko tinuro naman yan sa trigo nyo. Yung mga pang-batang trigo. Okay? Before I end this lecture, I will leave you an exercise. Try to answer it and try to apply yung natutunan nyo today. Okay, let me write it. Okay. So, ayan. So, try to get the derivative of y, which is equal to 5 over x minus second x times cosine x. The hint to get the derivative nito ay first, gamitin mo ang sum rule para pag-iwalayan ito and then pag-iwalayan ito. For this one, pwede mong gamitin yung power rule. The power rule. And for this one, pwede mong gamitin yung product rule. Okay? That's it. If you really like the video, just follow, like, and subscribe. Charot. And then, yeah. So, I will post another video. If you are interested, you can watch as well then. And hopefully marami kayo natutunan for this video. That's it for now. Thank you. Bye-bye.